Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Evolution from 2001. It's directed by Ivan Reitman and stars David Duchovny and Orlando Jones. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I believe this film should have been a bigger thing than it was. It's fun, exciting, and very, very funny. And yet, I guess that doesn't mean a fucking thing when you are counter-programming to Pearl Harbor. And that was like prime Michael Bay time at the end of the 90s into the beginning of the 2000s. This film was doomed to fail, and that's real shame because I'm pretty sure if you'd seen it, you'd like it, maybe even love it. I know I do. The film stars David Duchovny and Orlando Jones, as I've already said, but it also stars Seann William Scott and Julianne Moore. And I gotta say that I love it when Julianne Moore does comedy. She's great in this as a bumbling, fumbling klutz of a CDC officer. And I think we already talked about my huge crush on Seann William Scott back when we talked about him in Dude, Where's My Car? But it was a crush that knew no bounds. This movie also has one of my all-time favorite movie quotes to quote randomly and without context. I believe we've established that caca and tookie don't work. I still remember seeing this on opening weekend at the older theater in the city I live in. Carmike ran our theaters back then. They've since been bought out by AMC, but back then they were Carmike's, and the Carmike 7 was the older theater compared to the new, flashy Winsong 10, where I worked my first job during high school. I actually worked in both theaters over the course of 2 years, but the less said about that, the better. Let's get back to Evolution. It makes me laugh hard and often, which is what a good comedy is supposed to do. I think it gets a bad rap because people see that Ivan Reitman directed it and it gives them Ghostbuster feels. And yeah, it does strongly have a Ghostbusters but with aliens instead of ghosts vibe, but you know what? If the 4 actors from Ghostbusters would have gotten their shit together and finally agreed to a third Ghostbusters film, Evolution wouldn't have needed to happen. And when I say 4 actors, I really just mean 1, looking directly at you, Bill Murray. However, I'm glad this movie exists because it means more funny for me, and more Seann William Scott. Like I said, I love this movie from start to end. Well, almost. I gotta say that the score to this film really fucking bugs me. There's a twang to it that I just can't stand. I'm gonna give Evolution an A- and a strong recommendation for you to watch it. Tomorrow we start the Exorcist franchise with the first film chronologically by year, The Exorcist. See y'all then.